And we're back here with Laura, the volunteer coordinator, and Korinne, who is a long-time volunteer at the Humane Society. Of course, the last time we were talking, Laura, you were talking about the pet therapy. This guy's adorable. You were talking about the pet therapy program, but of course, there's lots of other ways to volunteer at the Humane Society.
Oh, there's so many different ways for people to get involved. We have everything from our Caring Hands program, which gets people in working with the animals, like Little Magic here, who need love and cuddles. So working with the adoptable cats and dogs, doing things like grooming, socializing, getting them out for walks. Yes, we do walk both our cats and our dogs. Some people find that a little interesting. You can volunteer doing the pet therapy program, doing events, which can be anything from telethon to helping with the dog jog, helping with our summer adoption events, Petland, different things like that. A lot of times we need people around the shelter to help out as well. So if we're repainting some dog kennels, demolishing walls to make rooms bigger in the summertime, people come in, plant flowers, weed, cut the grass, you name it. Everything from that all the way through to, just different things like fostering and things like that. So getting people out, interacting with the animals, giving them that love and snuggles. Our adoption satellite facilities are amazing. Volunteers can go to PetSmart as well, so it's great for anyone that maybe can't get out to the shelter, lives in the East End. You can go snuggle the kitties there and give little adorable munchkins like Magic here a second chance.
I want to pick up on so many things that you just talked about, but first I do want to talk about cat walking, because I didn't think that this was a thing, but if anyone knows about cat walking, it is you. How many cats do you walk a week?
I would say around 8 to 10. I volunteer twice a week.
Okay.
I dedicate myself for at least 2 hours twice a week, and I try and get out within the 2 hours at least 4 cats. So I give them about 20-25 minutes each out.
For anyone who's not familiar, how exactly do you walk a cat?
First of all, you have to make sure you put a leash and a collar on them, and then make sure that you take them into a kennel and you move them into another room, and you just let them go as long as they're leashed. I enjoy so much letting them have that freedom outside that kennel as much as possible.
What exactly drives your motivation behind that? What draws you towards cats?
I initially started almost 3 years ago with the dogs, and I noticed the cats weren't being handled as much. So I just noticed that I was able to handle the cats a lot easier than the dogs. And for me, I really, really enjoy the cats' personalities. I enjoy the freedom that just for them to get outside that kennel.
Do you have many cats at home?
2.
2 adopted cats, we hope?
Yes.
And it is a good opportunity for anyone who maybe is an animal lover but doesn't have the opportunity to be a pet owner themselves. Maybe it's their living situation or whatever the case may be. It's a great opportunity for them to come into the kennels and just kind of hang out with the animals and get that interaction that I know pet lovers crave.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where, the cat walking program didn't have that high a profile until Korinne actually started coming in more. And then on Thursday nights when I run orientation sessions, I had invited her to come walking in there with the animals. So she was always there Thursday nights, and volunteers would come in and see this and be like, oh, they always thought it was such a strange and unusual thing before, and then all of a sudden they see Korinne walking these cats, and suddenly we've got more and more cat walkers. So we actually have 2 reasons why we have Korinne here tonight. Number 1 is to have her talk about the cat walking program, but also to present her, because of her efforts in raising the profile of the cat walking program, with the Volunteer of the Year award. We have so many outstanding, wonderful people, but Korinne has really earned this year.
Korinne, I'm sure you don't do this for any sort of recognition, but how does it feel?
This is awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, I do this for the animals I always have, and it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing for me.
Well, your dedication is certainly impressive, and I think I speak on behalf of the Humane Society when I say that as well. Such a beautiful thing that you do for these animals week in and week out, so thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, we'll take that out for you so you can handle this little guy. Korinne, how old do you have to be to become a volunteer?
We're actually one of the fewest facilities in Canada that takes volunteers under the ages of either 16 or 18. So volunteers can start at age 12, and when they're 12 and 13, they must be accompanied by a parent or guardian, someone who's 18 and over, and they're limited to working with the cats. Once they turn 14, they can come on their own. Once they're 16, they can work with the dogs, and then anyone 18 and up just has to bring a criminal records check. So we have quite a diverse age range, anything from 12 to 80 plus working with our animals, and it's amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. And all of this information available on their website, reginahumanesociety.ca, if you're interested in becoming a volunteer. We're going to throw it back over to the doghouse now. We have a new total.